Hey, quick order of business before the fun and games start. Urban Rugby America is an organization worthy of your attention and donations as it helps kids that are at risk through rugby, and it's not just on the pitch, it's off the pitch as well. Indeed, our very own John Bradshaw Layfield, the WWE Hall of Famer, highly recommends Urban Rugby America and is working closely with Urban Rugby America. But please, don't hold that against him. Urban Rugby America. Your donation can change a life. Literally. Here's the link where you can donate and find out more. And now to the fun and games. The following took place in the green room moments before recording this week's show. Strong language is used. This is, however, an important glimpse of the darker side of show business. Proc Z, and I got bad news. Layfield's back, so you're getting bumped. You're getting preempted.
What the f***? Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Do you know who I am? I'm Proc Z. I run this. I was 2-3 last week. I should have been 4-1 if there wasn't happening. John can't pick for. He doesn't know anything about rugby. You know who wouldn't have done this? John Cena wouldn't have done this. That guy's a pro. Peacemaker season 2 was awesome. I cannot believe this is happening right now. I can't believe you're doing this to me. Bald guys got to stick up for each other. You're going to kick me off the show. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I stayed up all night for this. It's outrageous, Matt. This is.
All right, I had to mute Zach / Proxy because we got this sorted, and then we're just going to start the show.
Idiot.
This is the Rugby Odds, where an unlikely pundit panel of a Wordsmith, a WWE legend, a rugby star, and a supermodel scour the globe, seeking best bets and bad behavior. Are you not entertained? And a warm welcome to our esteemed panel, including John Bradshaw Layfield, the WWE Hall of Famer, turned Rugby Avenue.
Champion's back.
That's right.
I'm back. I'm here with the legendary coach back with King Gift Egbelu and whatever you are, dumbass.
All right, so we can't even get through the intro, so this is going to be a long show. King Gift Egbelu, the interrupter, and Mike Friday, the three-time Olympic sevens coach.
He's the king. He doesn't interrupt nothing. It's his kingdom, you dumbass.
And as you saw, folks, there was a heated proxy, a.k.a. Zach Lanning, in the green room after getting preempted or bumped for the champ, who is back. The prodigal son is back. Just quickly, Sacha Feinberg.
Can you have any less emotion in this? I mean, any less. It's like you're reading a teleprompter and you're like, oh, like some type of sedative.
It's very difficult. I'm holding back vomit.
We're going to 2 cents rugby. We are all leaving the master 2 cents rugby.
Sacha Feinberg Mgamazulu is in the news again, and he's also known as Rassi Erasmus's favorite radio station, Sacha FM. And why is he in the news, you ask? Because he played rugby this weekend. He played in Wales for Stormers, and the Stormers destroyed the Welsh outfit. Meanwhile, Jack Crowley is sizzling Jack Crowley of Munster, the number 10, and a struggling Sam Prendergast of Leinster, both at home, both had the weekend off. John, this is what really pisses you off, as well as the rest of us. Fans not getting to see these guys play. A healthy scratch, not even subs.
Irish guys are soft. I mean, what else do you need to know?
You're welcome for the layup. Mike, you're a coach. How do you juxtapose Prendergast and Crowley not playing while Mgamazulu is?
It's a difficult one because all of the Lions boys were back. I would have thought it would have been a perfect time for them to continue playing, to get continuity in time for Ireland. So I don't know whether Crowley had a knock or not. That's an odd one that he didn't play. Prendergast, again, if he was struggling for form, this would have been the game to definitely pick him because he'd have had all of his Irish, British Lions around him and he would have probably felt a lot more comfortable. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. We don't know the backstory, being blunt, but you're not going to stop Sacha playing. He's in the moment, isn't he? I mean, he's on fire, so he probably is desperate to play week in, week out as a young man. Yeah, interesting. I would expect the Irish boys all will play the next couple of weeks and then they'll rein back towards the end of the month.
And Munster just eked out a win versus Edinburgh, and they are remarkably 3-0 doing this. But again, he was allegedly they were both just getting the weekend off, the two of them, respectively. Gift, did you want to weigh in on something here?
Oh, I mean, I got a lot off of this one. I'm going to try and keep it short, but I got 3 things for sure.
Oh, there goes short.
Number 1, I don't understand. I said this last week. I don't understand the Sharks. They suck. They truly suck. Like, I don't know if they don't bring people up or what they do at home. Their backups suck. Their starters don't win anything.
Is that number two? The backups suck.
Shut up! Don't interrupt
the
the
real
king.
team. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, they got their asses handed to them. Horrible. I don't understand them. They're supposed to be a star-laden team. They don't do anything. Number two, the Stormers and the Vodcom Bulls, the Blue Ball Bulls, have uniforms that are crimes against nature. My eyes were burning watching those two teams play. I'm glad the Stormers won, but my God, the Bulls played as bad as their uniforms were. They need to fight whoever's making them because, they got to throw that away. They got to get something cooler than that. And number three, Sacha Feinberg and Ngomazulu. Man, that is when you call a player's player because that dude almost whooped a Scarlet's ass the entire time. And that was fun to watch. That was legitimate, and Stormers absolutely watched the Scarlets. And I feel like that plays into it. Something that I don't see from the Sharks, who have all the star players. I don't get it at all. So, yeah.
Well, at least the Sharks have had all the star players for the last 3 years.
For the last 3 years, done nothing with it. You would almost think they were the Mets.
That's right. That's right. They're the Mets. They're the Rugby Mets.
Anywho, what caught your eye? Let's start with Mike Friday. Mike, what caught your eye this week?
I think the Premiership needs to be very wary of Bath. They didn't play well, but they still did a job. And they still got a lot of boys to come back. I mean, their squad is ridiculous, but their physicality is decent from the start. But then they bring a load more physicality on from the bench. And they rested Ben Spencer this weekend, brought Finn Russell back. So they haven't got their dynamic halfback pairing. I mean, they are looking decent. So we had 5 home wins in the derbies, unusual. But yeah, Bath. I mean, the early signs are it's theirs to lose.
John.
The difference between Zebre at home and Zebre on the road. Zebre at home had 2 good wins. They had a win last week that was an upset. This week they have 24-0. Don't even show up. It was disappointing. And also Sarries. I think Saracens, I was surprised. I know it's a rivalry with Quins. I thought Sarries would play better. They seem to be really good this year. And I know Mario was out, but see, I just was very disappointed in how the Saracens played.
Gift.
I don't know what was more impressive. The fact that you could watch Bennington and it felt like they were running and playing at 2x motion, or that the Lions felt like they were playing so lazy and so aloof that they were just getting sliced throughout the entire game. Like, it was something that I don't understand. Again, South Africa and their dominance. Do they care about winning, or is it just at the international level? Maybe somebody else can explain it to me, because I just don't feel like they try ever, except for maybe at home.
And King, there was a huge a spread between them. I mean, they had Bennington favored huge, and I thought, no way Bennington covers that. They covered it easy.
Again, what is the excuse? What do you want? Do you want to win? Do you want money? Do you want to be better? Do you want to grow? I don't know what the point of these professional teams are.
How about the bad news Bears of Bristol? And it's not bad news in terms of their play, but the bad news that they keep getting on the injury front. They added Tom Jordan, had to get a red card. He's been replacing the injured A.J. McGinty. And then he goes out. They're down to 14 men, all banged up. Yet they engineer a comeback behind Sam Worsley, and they win in the final minutes. If you wanted to see a coach smile, Pat Lamb of Bristol after that win, that was huge.
It's fair play Bristol winning it, but you can bet Rob Baxter and Exeter will be fuming, because that is a missed opportunity. They started so well, Exeter. Everyone thought they'd be down the bottom, but they're not. They're punching and they're up in the mix. So fair play Bristol, but Exeter will be kicking themselves for sure.
Let's move on to our next segment, Player of the Week. And the candidates are Lewis Lina of Benetton, 4 tries and player of the match, although teammate Ignacio Mendy could very well have been as well. Ewan Richards, Bath's 6'6" lock, had 2 tries, stole 2 lineouts, and was a menace defensively in the lineouts in Bath's win. And Thomas Ramos of Toulouse, Antoine Dupont, Ramos had another different stratosphere match, this time in his team's 56-13 absolute annihilation of Bordeaux, who many think was top 14's best team. And Marcus Smith of Harlequins. He heckled Owen Farrell, and he used his boot and dazzling footwork to frustrate Saracens and guide his team to an epic victory. Mike, who's your player of the week?
This is. I mean, there's a lot of good boys on here. Lina, 4 tries. Wow. Ramos, we just love him. He's just an all-court player. Marcus Smith played well and he ran the game. But I've got to give it to Ewan Richards, mate. 6 foot. This kid had an absolute storming game, and he's behind some boys, but this kid could break out this season. Ewan Richards to pick up off his toes for one of his tries. Just his all-court game in Bath that night was phenomenal. So I'm going to give it to the forward, which is killing me. But Ewan Richards was my player of the week.
John.
Give it to the man from Toulouse. Toulouse seems to be the best team in France right now. They are just absolutely destroying people.
Gift.
Yeah, look, I got to give it to Mr. 2X, Mr. Fast Forward, Louis Lina. Never seen anybody run so straight back and then be able to set up for just a speedy run and just blaze everybody out the water. It was crazy to watch for 4 tries at that too. Great setups, but he was running at 2x speed, 4x speed.
I got to go with King Louis. He 4 tries. Come on. And the King. What's to argue? So that makes Louis Lina our player of the week. Let's go to Gift's recurring segment.
Grown ass man.
And the candidates are Will Evans of Quins. He was a tackling machine, leading the round with 27 tackles and dominating the breakdown in their huge win over Sarries at the Stoop. Ellis Genge, the Bristol Loosehead. With the Bears' backline decimated by injury and the red card to Tom Jordan, the front rower took it to another level and destroyed his Exeter counterpart in a crucial scrum that earned his team a critical possession and helped change the trajectory of the match. Jack Willis of Toulouse, the back rower, the exiled Premiership star, was the captain in his team's destruction of Bordeaux, setting the tone with the game's first try and being relentlessly all over the pitch for Toulouse. Mike, who is your grown-ass man?
3 good men, all delivered in their own way. But I'm going for the exile Jack Willis of Toulouse. I mean, he is how England are still living by that rule of not picking him. I don't know. Like, the bloke's just leading from the front now. He's captaining Toulouse and delivering in every moment. So Jack Willis, grown-ass man for sure.
Yeah, take the greatest team in Europe from France and have an English captain. That speaks volumes about the guy. John.
I'm all Toulouse. Vive la France. These Toulouse boys are awesome.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Ooh. Yeah. Gift.
Look, man, I got to give it to the boy from Bristol out the rough end, trying to do it the realest out of the realest of all of them. Yo, Ellis Genji. And because that boy goes hard every single time, and I'm glad that his star is starting to increase. And it's about time that we actually got him one of these grown-ass man awards, because it's been too long and he's been doing too much.
Bam!
All right, that's fair.
Boom!
We even got a Peaky Blinder reference during the break.
Yes!
That's my show.
Peaky Blinders of the league, baby!
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm going to go with the majority. I'm going with Jack Willis of Toulouse. Great performance, great player. So that makes Jack Willis.
Shelby take his hat off, man. He'd cut you with it.
That makes Jack Willis.
The bill. Shelby's a bad dude. I like his brother, too. He's a drunk.
John's muted again. That makes Jack Willis
this week's grown-ass man.
Wow. And on that note, we're going to take a break, bring in George, and then bring you guys back for picks after this.
If you're in New York City and want to watch some great rugby, have some great food, and some great times, go to the world's best rugby pub, the Pig and Whistle on West 36th Street.
And action. I'm Kieran Reid, and this is Rugby Wrap-Up.
And we are back once again, welcoming in Mr. George Hook, calling in from Dublin. George, welcome back. How are you?
Yeah, well, I'm always pleased to get back, and it's been a great week, surprisingly, for your president, who isn't the most popular guy in Ireland, but he's had a good week. I got to give him credit where credit is due.
Indeed, but this is a rugby show, and we're going to get to our
Headlines with Hook.
First headline, Cardiff goes Hollywood. George, what do you make of this?
Well, it's not quite as crazy as it seems. a group of guys who have pedigree. I mean, that's important. Guys who have pedigree in the movie business are proposing to take over Cardiff Rugby Club, who've gone bust, like the whole of Wales, really. And by investing money in the club, they save the club, and then they get some kind of television series out of it. Will it work? Unlikely. Now, let me tell you why unlikely.
Well, let me ask you this. What does will it work mean? What does it mean to call that a project that worked?
If Cardiff are playing regularly in European rugby. They are, as we speak, playing. They beat Connacht at the weekend. So they're playing. They just don't have any money. This could work. But the record of investment in rugby clubs in England and Wales, particularly in England, has not been very successful. Like London Irish were taken over, first Premiership club. We thought, great, and then nothing happened. We just have to hold fire. I'm not giving you a definite answer here that it won't work or will work. It could. The concept is good. To have an idea, you have a rugby club, and then you create some kind of television series around it, could work. If your business does not appeal to the USA, it doesn't work. Got to be a series that Americans who know absolutely nothing about rugby union are going to tune in for.
So people like me.
I'm too gentlemanly to say that sort of thing.
Well, you say it to me off camera all the time. I don't know why what's keeping you from saying on camera. All right, let's move on to our next headline. Sam Prendergast.
Now, I'm not sure how many weeks you've actually asked me about Prendergast, right? But I suppose for somebody like you, if you keep asking the same question, sooner or later, you're actually going to ask the right question. In sport generally, but in my sport, rugby, certain faces fit and certain faces don't fit. I can go back a bit where Joe Schmidt, as coach Leinster, never picked Ian Madigan on a regular basis. An outstanding fly half and Irish. Instead, preferring to select someone who wasn't even eligible for Ireland, right? I think Prendergast has got more than enough chances at Ireland and at Leinster. And then last weekend, Harry Byrne, who has been around for a while and is a talent, had an outstanding match. And he's man of the match. Now, will he be selected this week? I suspect not.
Yeah.
He'll go back to Prendergast. I don't get it. Byrne's brother, who's a very good player also, in despair, has gone to the UK. And we are at risk of losing players of the quality of Byrne if we pick players like Prendergast. I'm not saying Prendergast isn't a good player. He probably is. But he's got a lot of chances, and he hasn't taken them.
Agreed. And I keep going back to why isn't Crowley the number one? As a person looking out on the outside, I can't get over why Crowley is not the number one choice.
Well, we're going to see that weekend. Crowley for Munster against whoever is fly half for Leinster, probably Prendergast. I agree with you. Crowley, for me, as we speak, is the number one choice at fly half for Ireland.
I think we have to end here because we are entering the territory of a new headline, and that is Hook agrees with McCarthy. Pigs are flying, snowballs in hell. That's got to be the best way to end ever.
It's legit.
It's legit. All right. On that note, I want to thank Mr. George Hook for this week's
Headlines with Hook.
Thank you, George Hook.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with John, Mike, and Gift after this.
Chicago! Rugby is taking over. The Rugby Pod is live in Chicago at Reese's on October 30th for one night and one night only. Get ready for a night of laughs, stories, and hilarious behind-the-scenes moments you won't hear anywhere else. Sponsored by J.R. Mahons and the Chicago Wolfhounds Rugby Club. This is a high-energy night you don't want to miss. Reese's, October 30th, 7 p.m. Tickets are limited, so grab yours now.
You need your cleats? You need them tomorrow? If you order today by 3 p.m. New York time or noon LA time, they can have them to you tomorrow. Young, old, male, female, if you're playing on turf, if you're playing on grass, if you're playing in the rain, you're playing in the heat, they've got you covered. RugbyNow.com. Go there now.
From New York City comes America's longest running and most popular rugby show. The biggest names in Major League Rugby, MLR highlights, and big match previews. Rugby Wrap-Up presents MLR Weekly, made in New York City. And we're back. Always great having George, but now we got to do some work. We got to make some picks. And let's go to the URC first. And Mike, why don't you lead us off?
Yeah, I'm going for the Irish derby of Leinster versus Munster. I think they're both going to pick big. They're going to go large. Leinster at home want to make a statement against Munster. They're going to win this and cover. I know it's big, but they're going to cover too.
I'll take the Munster side of that, Mike. But in the meantime, John.
Give me last year's champion, Glasgow, going against Ospreys. They go boat race these boys.
Gift.
Stormers are the only ones that, of the South Africa teams that traveled, that showed any fire. Look for them to continue to burn through the rest of Europe, going against Zebre, covering and winning.
Ooh.
Cardiff on the road versus Dragons. -6.5. I'm taking that. But, Mike, I'm also taking that side bet with you. I'm taking Munster to cover. Premiership. Mike Friday.
I am going for Northampton to win and cover on the road up at the Red Bull Falcons. I think Newcastle, whilst they'll do all right at home, I think they've got some issues.
They got some issues. Definitely have some issues. John.
With Farrell back with Series, this team is loaded. Hopefully Atoje is back this week. I think Series plays a lot better this week. Give me Series at home to cover in a heck of a game.
Gift.
Man, Harlequins had a great game against the Series last week, but look for that to drop down and come back to the mean Exeter to be able to cover and win this one at home.
I like that.
I'm going to go with Leicester versus Bath for the upset.
Somebody's had a drink.
I've had a few pops. But what the hell? Just to steady the hands, man.
Holy moly.
All right, let's take a break, and we'll be back with our NPC.
We didn't pick top 14.
We'll be right back after this break to pick the NPC semifinals, the top 14, and our picks of the week. Don't go away. Hey, U.S. fans, you can tune into every match live on Flow Rugby. How do we know that? Because we're on there all the time. And we're back, and we're going to the NPC semifinals. Otago versus Bay of Plenty. Mike.
I don't know on this one. Bay of Plenty to win it, just. That's all I got.
John.
I'm going Bay of Plenty and a 2 cents rugby.
Gift.
Yeah, I'm going to hat trick this, and we're going to go with Bay of Plenty on this one.
Bam!
Yeah.
I'm going with the home team because the home team
is at home.
He doesn't know. He has no idea.
Otago's at home. I'm going with Otago at home, despite the fact that Bay of Plenty was 5-0 on the road in the regular season. Let's move on to the next one. Canterbury versus Hawke's Bay. Mike.
Pains me, but yeah, I think Canterbury win this at home. I think Canterbury win it.
Why does that pain you, Mike?
Because I ain't got a lot of time for the Canterbury or the Crusaders, if I'm honest with you. But there we go.
John.
It pains me too, because it pains Coach Mike. I'm going with Canterbury too, but it pains me.
Gift.
Yeah, once again, we're going to, 3 for 3 on this one. Get the cross. Tic-tac-toe win. Canterbury as well. But it hurts me more because they screwed me over on picks a couple weeks ago. And that's just personal. I feel like it was personal.
Yeah, I don't know that
There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of pain being felt here.
A lot of pain.
Are you gonna go with us? Or are you gonna go against us?
I'm gonna go with the pleasure of Canterbury winning us all some money.
That's
they're
why
going to win the whole thing. Pending a red card in this match, they're going to win the championship the following week. Pending injury and red card, Canterbury will be the champs. Let's move on to the top 14. Mike, home teams were 6-1 versus the spread, and overall the teams in home were 6-1.
I'll have an away bet though. And I think I'm going to go for the unobvious away win. And I'm going to go for Bordeaux. I think they'll bounce back. Hopefully they will play Penno on the wing this week. Not a 13, but Bordeaux to win at Perpignan. Tough place to go, but I think Bordeaux will win. And they're going to cover the 7.5.
John.
I don't care if they play on the moon. And by the way, if Elon Musk needs somebody to send to Mars, he can send you, Matt, because we don't get you back. That's perfectly fine because we can just send you up there. If you don't come back, oh, that's all right. We'll try with somebody else. I like Toulouse beating Pow.
Would I get health benefits and per diem on that trip?
Doubt it.
No. Gift.
I'm looking at La Rochelle to cover against Montauban. Montauban was at home, and they couldn't win. Like a French team at home, not playing against Toulouse, could not win. That's craziness. La Rochelle is absolutely going to wash them. 34.5 points might not even be enough.
They lost to Castres by 4 points. Castres
They don't play on the road. If you lose at home, you fail altogether.
Bam.
You're very emotional.
Boom.
Very emotional.
Point well made.
Point made. I'm going with the home team, Toulon.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Point made.
Yeah, how about that with your de plane in Montauban?
I'm going to go with Toulon minus 10.5 at home versus Racing 92. We're just about out of time, but fortunately we have John's favorite segment, Picks of the Week. Johnny, who do you like?
Well, Matty, since we're definitely going to 2 Cents Rugby, Matty, and since you might learn English by next week, we're still going to 2 Cents Rugby, Matty. How about I agree with the king about Sharks, but they're at home, and I think maybe they'll play like the Sharks should play. I'm going with the Sharks.
That is a really, really stupid pick. Really stupid. No offense, but really stupid. Gift.
Yeah, I'm going to go with, since I was coerced to not do the one that I actually wanted, Leinster's got a 15.5 point cover spread against Munster. I'm going to say Leinster wins by 22 points.
Bam!
All right, being exact. That's great. Excellent. Mike Friday.
Well, I am going for Bath to win at Leicester and cover. So that is my pick of the week. Pick Bath because they are on a roll.
I couldn't disagree more, but I'm going with my pick of the week is the over 48.
You already did it, dummy.
In the Northampton versus...
You omitted an Olympic coach, and then you're going...
John's muted. I couldn't disagree with you more. I am going, however, with Newcastle hosting Northampton, and it's going to be over 48 points scored in that match, mostly to the Saints. Let's unmute John to say goodbye, everybody. On that note, we're out of time. Thank you to John Bradshaw Layfield, the WWE Hall of Famer, King Gift Egbelu, the interrupter and inventor of words, Mike Friday, the 3-time Olympic sevens coach, and George Hook, the Irish rugby legend. Please check out MLR Weekly. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Sign up for our weekly newsletter, and please join our American Red Cross blood donor team.
Idiot.